Okay, we're back with another Dragon Champions video. I just recently unlocked Zerra from the season event and got her up to level 52 and 3-star level 3 abilities across the board, gear 6, and I've ruined her with currently crit chance and crit damage runes. Let's just do a quick overview again of her abilities. I'll show you her maxed out abilities. Her basic does 320% damage and a 70% chance to gain damage increase for 2 turns. Her Vortex of Pain is an AoE for 300% and pretty good chance to inflict heal block, as well as if they are bleeding, buff immunity. That's key because it pairs well with her Crimson Claw, which does 3 attacks, very similar to the Sharp, the elf, does kind of a multi-attacks to an enemy. The attack does physical damage, but if it hits a shield, it applies an armor decrease. And if all 3 attacks hit, then it does apply bleeding and ability block. So you've got the bleed combined with the AoE that does grant buff immunity, or at least give buff immunity to the enemy if they are bleeding. Her passive increases lifesteal. Also, if she does dodge, she does recover turn meter. And bonus, if you want to pair her with Rantha, Rantha also gets these buffs. Lastly, she is a leader. As I described in previous videos, leadership ability for me kind of speaks to longevity in the game as the meta constantly changes. In this case, you're going to see probably a lot more orc heavy teams with her in the leadership position. Why? Because she specifically buffs orcs, whereas Rantha is kind of a all around. The potency and maximum health of all allied orcs increases by 20%. That's really nice when you're trying to land debuffs. Also, more importantly, when the battle starts, all enemies receive all of these debuffs for 1 turn, which I can definitely see for Arena could be enough to swing the balance between winning and losing. So just maybe show you a little bit of her gameplay. I'm sure I can find a campaign within here with relatively weak enemies that hopefully I can solo and just give you an idea of what her gameplay looks like. So let's do that. Okay, so I'll just slow down the frame rate or the speed here. You've got some warriors, defenders, mages, healers. I'm going to show you her AoE attack. It looks very similar to a lot of other AoE attacks, kind of a nice animation spin and a 30% chance to inflict heal block for 2 turns at the current ability level that I have. So here we go, and not bad. I have 3 of the enemies that are heal blocked. I'm going to speed up their animations here. Okay, so for me, let's try to take out the healer. This attacks the enemy 3 times. They don't have a shield, so I'm not going to get this armor decrease, but let's see what it looks like. Okay, so not bad, and you see as her lifesteal is activating, I healed up a little bit here. Sizzling blow, 30% chance to get a damage increase for myself. And I'm nothing happened there. But here's the nice thing about this AoE. It has a 3-turn cooldown, so I'm able to use it multiple times. So a little bit of lifesteal there, and I'm going to start slowly picking away at these guys as long as I don't die. There you go. So, just a quick demonstration of what a gameplay looks like. Glad they started putting a little bit of color into the characters here. She's got greens and reds. Just adds a little bit more to what your orcs normally look like. Just quickly look here. Comparatively, you know, lots of, other than Mortha, just kind of browned out colors here. So, future team, probably if you want to play around with Rantha and Zerra synergies, you can. I don't think that's necessary, but having said that, you are gaining an improvement where you could arguably, I know this is blasphemous in the Dragon Champion world, you could arguably go without Tromgar in an arena type and just try to burst down the opposing team, especially because Rantha can summon Battle Poo, who will effectively act as a tank for you. And really, if Rantha starts getting some of these turn meter buffs because of Zera's passive ability, things like Hunter's Volley and kind of her physical attacks, I'll probably trial it out once I get Zerra up to a level and at least a 5-star rating to compete at the higher levels. So there you have it. Just a really quick overview of Zerra, who I just happened to unlock this afternoon. If you like this video, please send me a like and a subscribe if you want to see more. Leave me a comment as to what else you'd like to see. Thanks.